have wood tips as soon as you open the back. Your pork is just sitting on the stool. Get your ass up and go.
What happened that night, Jesse?
They said, hey, Empire, this is MAGA country. You ungrateful son of a bitch!
On your mark, ready, set, let's go. Dance floor pro, I know, you know, I go psycho.
Lucas.
You know, we gotta start off, man. I gotta ask you, like, about your experiences at G-Tech, how that was on the field, big time football like that.
We was on a flight to Atlanta, did the visit. I just fell in love with the city. I really wasn't even paying attention to school. I didn't see the school, like, I visited the school, but I really took a visit to Atlanta.
To the city. You fell in love with the A.
Yeah.
You was like, oh, this is where I need to be.
I wasn't even listening to the head coach. I don't even know what they were saying.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
All I saw was lights, a lot of music. You know what I mean? It's the scenery out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
good feel, good vibe in the A.
Yeah.
I don't even know if everybody, like, people that don't necessarily know you, like, closely, they might not even know, like, you was on the court primarily.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you was on the court first, like, back in our blue, that was days.
Yeah.
Some things that happened on that trip that I'd never forget, some funny moments. But, so how'd you go from choosing the field over the court, and then ultimately, cause shit, you was just like, first team, second team, all WCAC, up there playing basketball, and then ended up playing college football. So how'd that transpire?
Me going to Good Counsel was more so the basketball organization of the other side of the school was like really heavily recruiting me. I would go to Good Counsel football camp when they was in Wheaton, Maryland. So my pops lived over there. My mother, she lived out in D.C., not too far from here.
Okay.
So I would do all my sports with my dad. He'd come get me from D.C. We come out here, and all my stuff was in PG or D.C. or over there in Montgomery County area. So going to the council, my thing was I'm about to, play ball, probably play football, do my thing, probably go overseas, play basketball. Seriously, that was my mindset. If you ask any of my teammates play with me in football, they was like, yeah, Lou was like thinking about he was going to play hoop. He was going to play basketball. Like, he's a hooper.
Right.
And then freshman year, I'm starting varsity for basketball. They brought me up to play football, which was whatever. I didn't even go to I was like, I'm focused on basketball. So I didn't even go up to play the end of for the playoffs or whatever football. Sophomore year.
So they was ready to call you up to play varsity for the playoffs, and you was like,
it's back. It's basketball season. Straight, bro. I gotta get my mind right. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get back in the gym with it. So, mind you, the whole time, like my freshman year, I'm playing football. After like certain days during the week, I'm going up to like the Silver Spring Boys and Girls Club, whatever, playing with the little rec, just making sure my stuff's sharp. Right. When I take these pads off, everything got to be 100.
Right.
I mean, it's W shit. I mean, the guys we play against.
You go all them months without playing, and you get back on the court, you gotta get back in basketball shape. Your handle all jacked up. Right.
No, I'm not going to be out there looking fugazi.
Right.
Like, I'm not. There's no fluke in this stuff, so I got to come right. Then sophomore year, playing them starting varsity football and basketball. We played the math in the championship. So this time I'm just starting cornerback on defense, and I got to check Kenny Tate championship.
Right.
I checked him sophomore year. I checked him in the regular season game. Right at the PG Sports Play. This is before they had the turf.
Yeah.
Grass, probably this high, right? So we go there, we play, we win. I really had like a okay game. Really, like he had caught like a nice pass, like cut like 2 joints on me. I was nervous as hell because everybody like he looked like a monster.
Yeah,
it was like Space Jam.
He's a monster out there, no
So
question.
so I'm like, damn. Everybody talking about how he had all these recruits, he got all these scouts. He was ranked, nationally ranked, everything. Dude was like a monster.
Yeah.
And then we get to the championship. Literally, that whole week, the championship game, I was on my little laptop, my mom's computer, laptop, little Dell joint. I had the DVDs. I'm watching this dude every day.
Locked in.
So I was like, shoot, I'm like, coach told me, he said, look, you know what I'm saying, what you gonna do?
Right.
So the challenge went up against him. We didn't win the game, but I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying, I'm here now.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
All right, I can hang with him. Like, it's the test of any test.
Yeah, it was him. They also had my man, like my big bro now, Rodney McLeod.
Right.
I'm checking these 2 dudes. They heavily recruited.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. Now I know where I'm at.
Yeah.
So we played the Mather basketball in the basketball seat. Fast forward, we playing the Mather at home. I'm starting. I'm in hoop mode now.
Right.
Like I don't even think about football. Kenny Tate was playing basketball.
That's when they had that monster mob over there.
But they had
crazy
they
mob.
had him. They had, I think, Quinn. They had
They had him, Quinn, Josh Selby, Vic, Jeremy, and they had they had Cuz from Baltimore too. They had Najee Hibbert.
Yeah.
They was crazy.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that was our sophomore year.
Yeah,
that was our sophomore year.
Jokers was out there like,
it was OC.
deep. So I'm like, okay, shit, we coming with it. So we played them at home. They had beat us. After the game, we finished the game. I'm walking out the locker room, and they coach, what's his name, Ralph Friesian. He was the head coach at Maryland at that time.
Okay.
For football. And they coaches come up. My head coach, Bob Malloy, at Good Counsel. He said, Lou, come here real quick. I walk up there. They watching the film from the championship game. Me checking Kenny Tate. And they was like, he said, I said, yeah. So he's like, we ain't gonna offer you. We're not gonna say we're about to offer you, but after your season, come up to the school. Get on the field, work out a little bit. We're gonna have like a 1-day camp. Some guys come through or whatever. I said, okay, bet. I forgot all about it. After this, we in AAU mode after the season.
Right.
We traveling, playing on the Blue Devils. So one of my other coaches, Will Flaherty, I think I'm like about to go to the movies, like a little chick. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here fresh,
right?
Real trying to do my thing. He calls me. He picks me up from the movies.
Wow.
Picks me up from the movies. Mind you, I got a fit on. Like nothing, football related stuff.
You got your jeans on.
He comes pick me up, takes me to the 1-day camp. He gives me they issued like some stuff the guys would wear. They gave me some stuff to wear. I go out there, do my thing on the field. After that, I think JMU and William and Mary were other schools that were there. They offered me like right on the field. Like as I'm like working out, going to get one-on-ones, whatever. Mind you, William and Mary, and I think JMU had already offered me basketball. That like during my sophomore season.
Right.
So they offered me. I was like, hey, I'd already talked to y'all with basketball. So then Maryland kept me there all night. I ain't go home till like 11. All night, brought me up there and they offered me. So then after that, they just started. So then I was Joe Hayden, his dad, I was training with them. Me and my best friend Markel Starks.
Yeah.
He put me on to Hayden. I was going out there with them. We training. So then Hayden would take me on these little one-day camps. And I just turned them out.
Turn it up.
So they were at Boston College, BT. Then after that, it was
history. They was just rolling.
Yeah.
So then boom, you go from there. The football thing takes off. You at Georgia Tech. What was that experience like? Like, at what point did you realize, like, oh shit, like I'm putting my name in the draft?
My sophomore year, we played Georgia at home. SEC school. You know what I'm saying? It was ranked. That year we had a solid team though. We also had played Clemson that year. That's when they had like DeAndre Hopkins, Sammy Watkins. They had some running back. Ellington, he got drafted. Taj Boyd was quarterback. I mean, they had the whole.
Right.
Martavis Bryant was another receiver on their squad. So they had the whole thing laid out. It was undefeated. We played them, and I turned it out. So I was like, okay, cool. Played Georgia, did my thing. So I had got word that they had given me like a first through third round grade for the next year for to come out as a junior. So in my head I was like, you know, shit, I'm out. I'm gone.
Right.
Like
say no more.
Yeah, my dad was like, oh yeah, we out. So, you know, it was a blessing, but at the same time, it also kind of took my focus off. It's like, I started, you know, you hear that, so it's like, shit.
You relaxed a little bit? Not
relaxed, but I got a little careless behavior in school. So, mind you, you got the curriculum itself is hard as shit.
Right.
Then on top of that, you got like outside of Atlanta. So you want to go out, party. You got girls. You know what I'm saying? It's college.
It was getting a little crazy.
Then I'm I'm doing my thing. People starting to recognize me. I think Instagram really started popping off then. So social media tip was. You know what I mean? I'm
You was juiced up.
Yeah.
You was juiced up.
A lot of action going on. So, I think I got in trouble. Got suspended for the bowl game. I suspended for the bowl game my sophomore year, and then I got suspended again for like the beginning of my junior season. Get hurt, so that sets me back. Then I get suspended a couple weeks. So then I come back. We playing. So I'm playing the whole year. I played the whole year with like a club in my hands, and then during that season I tore my shoulder up. So I literally was like right side was just gimp. It's like after my sophomore year we had a good year. You know what I'm saying? Got a lot of publicity, national attention.
Right.
Junior year, then everything kind of started to fall apart a little bit. Not only with my body, but just like my play, mentally I was off. And then when they fired him, it kind of affected me a little bit because he was almost like a surrogate father.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Away from home. The next year, I'm like, so I gotta come back. So the next year, I come back. Our season was a little rocky. You know what I mean? We had two different coordinators. So I had a different coordinator, defensive coach at that time. And I kind of butt heads with the head coach. And, at the end of the day, the blessing is I got my degree.
You did get your degree, right.
You know what I'm saying? So I got my degree early. I graduated like 3.5 years out of Tech. Most dudes who leave Tech, they probably still got to graduate.
Right.
So I took that, ran with it. But coming out of Tech, getting ready for the draft, that's where I was like, that's where it really got tough because, it was like I had to deal with like they're hearing from the head coach that I was a head case. You know what I mean? He's a problem kid, which is not my personality.
Right,
It's really not
right.
me. You know, but like all young athletes, or you know, you in that, you know, as a young kid, you're really still young.
Right,
On your
right,
own, you
right,
live
right.
on your own.
Right.
So
You learn that in hindsight.
yeah, so I had to kind of play pickup. Like I had to make up for I had to make up for some of my things in my past, but you know, I had to, you know, kind of deal with it and then turn it into a positive.
So describe that experience, describe the emotions come draft day, like all of that building up into draft day. Describe what that was like to go through that, to not hear your name go.
Draft day was weird. It was tough. It was weird, but mentally, my body was dealing with so many different emotions. I couldn't even describe. I didn't get invited to no All-Star game. I didn't get invited to no combine. Nothing. So pro day, like I was training in Florida, so pro day comes, and you know, scouts was like trying to talk to me now. I'm like, you know, my agent was telling me, he's like, there's you know, a lot of people have questions about you. So we get there. I remember I walked in. I think San Francisco was like, we had like every scout. We had 2 dudes who went to the combine. We had 30 some teams there, 32 teams there. And they stopped me and they like, they say, you know, they asked me about my past, things I did in my past. I'm like, look, man, that's in the past. Majority of them was just like, hey, are you still on that shit? Or are you did you learn your lesson yet?
Right.
Like, look, man, it's in the past. Just watch what I do here today.
Right.
And then judge me on this. So I turned, like, I think they had told them scouts that I was gonna run like a 4.6, 4.7 in the 40. I ran a 4.43. I turned the whole thing out, the drills, everything. Then it made me stay after like pro day to start doing the stuff that they was doing at the combine with the other scouts there. So my agent called me that day. He's like, look, you really helped yourself a lot, solidified yourself as a, you know, to be a professional football player. So fast forward to draft day, still talking to teams. I started getting little private workouts, and I was hearing like I was gonna go like 5th or 7th round, between 5th and 7th round. And my stock had kind of went up from them saying I wasn't gonna get drafted or whatever. But so I didn't get drafted. So I'm talking to all these teams. I had like 10 teams call me during like that last day of the draft. So I'm talking to teams like it's 3 days. So it's like first day is like first round. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So like I'm honest with myself. Like I didn't hear nothing about the first round.
Right.
So I'm not even watching that shit.
Right.
Like I'm chilling.
Right.
So it's day 2 is like 2nd and 3rd round. I didn't hear shit. I'm not tripping off that. Didn't even watch that. Day 3, I'm like, okay. Like, mind you, out. The first 2 days, I'm like out, chilling. I'm getting calls from coaches or scout teams those days, but nothing serious.
You know, yeah.
Day 3 comes, like phone starts ringing, you know. So it's like I got butterflies about to come out of my stomach. And I'm just watching, round 4 go, round 5 go. So round 6 go. So that's round 7. I'm like I don't know. Like, so I'm like, I start watching, I think I started watching like Training Day.
Today is the day to win. I'm going to win. Whether it's them or me, it's gonna be me. Today. I'm telling you. If they say, is it gonna be you or him, it's gonna be me. If it's you or him, it's gonna be me. I ain't got nothing. I ain't never gonna be, I ain't got a pot to piss in or window to throw it out of. It's on me. On God. It's on me. On God now. It's on me. That's how it's gotta be.
Yeah, so I started watching like training dance and shit, like in the other room. Just chilling. I watch my man Denzel. You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling. Fuck. Then like Baltimore Ravens call me.
Oh, right.
And they like, hey man, we might take you with our last pick. So I'm like, what? So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I come out of the room and then my dad is like, what happened? I was like, I don't know, but something might happen. So we're watching it, and then they went on the little ticker that they drafted my boy Mike Campanero. He's from the area or whatever. They drafted him. He's a receiver, and then I was happy for my man. And I was like, all right, whatever. So then they called me right after. They're like, yeah, we kind of different direction, whatever. I was like, all right, cool. So then they trying to, everybody's signing for undrafted free agents.
Right.
So like really, I was getting calls for that while the 7th round was still going on. So really, my agent was putting together like
where your options were.
Where my options were. He was lining them up like this here, who's offering this, who's offering that, little signing bonus, whatever. So I'm like, man, fuck. So I didn't look at no team's roster, knew who they drafted or nothing. And it was one of the teams that kept calling was Denver. And Denver had just went to the Super Bowl the year prior to that year. And I was like, shit, if I make some plays out there, somebody gonna see it. So I just all right, cool, we go to Denver. Sign for like 5,000 little signing bonus. So the more money I see in my pocket, after taxes, that shit like 3,500.
Yeah, if that.
But you couldn't tell me shit. I thought I signed for $1 million. Feel me? Like, I thought I signed for like $1 million. Like 1.5. That's what I thought.
That's what you thought you signed for 1.5.
It was 1.5. But yeah, and then that shit started right there.
What was that like? Because as fans, we see the glitz and the glam. I mean, we see the drafted guys. We see all the smoke and mirrors. So what's it like as an undrafted guy? What was that like trying to prove yourself in the league and trying to stick?
It's very different for undrafted guy versus a drafted guy. Especially like a guy in like the first 3 rounds. It's like what is it? You walk through the door. Like it's like Denzel Washington walking through the door. People gonna be like, shit, like Denzel, come over here. Let me help you out. Like, you need anything to drink? Anything?
Right.
Undrafted guys, like, well,
excuse me.
Yeah.
Where's
like,
Denzel?
Yeah, right. So that's like how the vibe is. It's like, they all around.
Humble.
They you get really, really humble being undrafted early.
Right.
It's kind of a blessing in disguise because sometimes some drafted guys don't get humble, or then they don't get humble until a couple years later, and then they think about what they could have done when they first got drafted. They could have did it differently this time. For the undrafted guys, like your back already against the wall. The only way to go is up.
Only way to go is up.
You're already at the bottom.
Yeah.
You're undrafted. You know what I'm saying? Your name did not get called. So, as a man, you gotta swallow your pride and take it with a grain of salt. Like, damn. All right, it's either you're gonna cry about it or you're gonna use it to better yourself or take it a different level.
So with folks kind of looking past you or looking over you during those times of you being on practice squad and you trying to get on that established roster, what are some things that you had to do or that you focused on to stand out and make yourself known and to prove yourself?
My first year I was on 4 different teams.
Right. Yeah. Now you went through a whole lot of adversity initially.
Like as a rookie, I was at 4 different teams. That shit is like You know what I'm saying? You don't like some guys. Okay, they're on 4 different teams throughout a 5-10 year career.
But 4 different teams in 1 year, let alone your first year.
Right. So I was like, ooh. So I'm in camp with Denver. I'm killing shit. Like when I tell you, literally, like the old heads, like they had Keith to leave there, Chris Harris, T.J. Ward. These are all guys that I still have like relationship with.
Right.
I remember they had like Omar Bowden, Duke, Peyton Manning was still the quarterback.
Yeah.
Demarius Thomas at receiver. Like man, like I'm talking about guys like solidified veterans.
Yeah, it was just in the Super Bowl.
And I'm walking into that room, in that building, like, shit, I gotta go against these dudes. And everybody, there's no like, oh, he's even an undrafted guy or this guy who got an invite to the camp.
That's another thing people don't realize about the pros. It's like, shorty, just because you don't know his name, like, don't get it twisted.
No.
The official tissue.
No, he's like, you can get work any day.
Right.
Any day.
Right.
So you better come with your A game every day.
Mm-hmm.
So, as an undrafted guy, I didn't look past anybody. So, any opportunity I got, I was like, I'm gonna snap. So, working my way up with Denver, I get hurt in the middle of like camp. I messed my groin up. So they kept me out a couple days. Then I missed like 2 games. Came back for the last 2 games. Balled out.
Right.
Ball out. They like, so look, we want to put you on the practice squad. So that's the first time I heard of a practice squad.
You didn't even know what it was before.
No, I thought it was like you make the team, you go home.
Right. Okay.
That's the only thing I thought. So they tell my agent whatever. So everybody goes home. Like everybody's got cut. A lot of people got cut. They've already flown home. I come out of the hotel the next day. They was like, all right, we got to sign my contract. Cool. About to sign the contract. The other guys were there about to sign. And everybody's sitting there, and it just gets kind of quiet. So I'm like, chill. I'm like, what's going on? So I'm like, hit my agent. I'm like, everything cool? What's up? He's like, yeah. So they come down, and they're like, Lou, we got to talk to you. Put me upstairs. Now, the day before, the upstairs, like, that's like you don't really want to go upstairs. You know what I mean? Like, you do not want to go upstairs.
What's that about? Because we don't know from our we on the couch, we don't know.
You go upstairs, it's one of 2 things. You might get signed for an extension, or your ass is about to be out. And at that point, I'm like,
when you come upstairs, you like
thinking, what?
You
I'm
sure?
like, no, I'm not going up.
Right, nah.
They're like, all right, just come upstairs. So we go upstairs. Mind you, the day before, when I went upstairs talking to them, all this love.
Yeah,
man, we can't wait to develop you, blah, blah, blah.
24 hours later.
I sit up there, and they like, look, man, one of the guys we drafted didn't get signed. Like, we thought this was going to happen. He was supposed to get claimed, but he didn't get claimed, so I'm having to figure all this stuff out. Right in the heat of the moment.
Yeah.
Like, I'm on the battlefront. I'm having to figure out all these different separate little entities that make up this whole roster. Like, so I'm figuring out they got not only a GM, they got some player development guy who makes a lot of decisions, another scout, this scout, coach. So it's a bunch of stuff. They like, all right, we can't keep. So really, I lost it. Like I was like trying, like, mind you, I already had my locker and everything. Yeah. I'm official.
You thought you was crossing the finish line.
Man, I had to fly out that day. They said, whatever. Hillary will get the flight information. So I walked down the hall to Hillary, whoever the hell she is. And I was just, no disrespect to whoever that woman was. In my head, I'm like, man,
this is some bullshit.
Fuck out my face.
Right.
Everybody, leave me alone. So they bring me, they get my flight. They say, take me to the hotel. Mind you, I think we were staying like the Ramada Inn. Like the whole team was at the Ramada. I tore that room up. Like I took a chair through the shit, the wall, dented it. I mean everything. I lost it. So I come. They got some 2 little dudes They got two little dudes driving me.
You was tearing the room for the Blue Devils days too, though.
Yeah.
You was jumping on beds.
Nothing changed. Nothing changed. Nothing changed.
Right.
In that moment, I went back to the old.
You went back to 16-year-old Lou.
Yeah, I went back to my roots.
And started jumping on the beds.
Yeah.
And shit.
Killing, man. I was hurt. So they like got these two little dudes driving me. I'm on the phone with my dad. Like I'm hot. He hot. I'm on speaker. I'm cussing.
Going in.
All I can see is them driving and like looking
Right.
like looking like this. So I got there, like, all right, man, we hope we get to see you. And I was like,
Fuck out of here.
I ain't fucking trying to see y'all. So my agent was just like, all right, I understand where you at, but he said, I was going to tell you a lesson, like just a lesson right here. He's like, you never want to leave anywhere with, with a
Burn bridges or bad taste in
your
somebody's mouth.
So,
Yeah.
like people talk.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
How you act is going to
get
reflect
around
your next opportunity.
Yeah.
It might not have worked here, but how you act, it's going to reflect. It's going to, it might hurt that next opportunity. So you don't want it to become a domino effect.
Right.
So that was a valuable lesson I had to learn in that moment as a rookie. So I was
And how old at the time?
20, 21?
Yeah,
22.
21, 22.
Yeah. So I'm like, shh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Damn. So I gotta really put my big boy pants on and man up. Like you gotta mature. So I'm like, I'm still really not fully mature, but I'm like, damn. I had, like that was a tough lick to take off the chin.
Mm-hmm.
But he just knocked my ass out.
Right.
I come home at like midnight. I done cried the whole flight. You know what I'm saying? Get home that week. I think I went back to my old high school, Good Counsel. Went up there, chilled with the team. Went to their game. I spoke to them prior to their game. After the game, I got called. I was about to sign in Baltimore. So the next week, I signed in Baltimore. There for a month, doing my thing. They loving me. Coach brings me to the side the day they cut me. Like, I'm checking Steve Smith every day.
Right.
Like, Steve Smith.
Yeah.
Like, Steve Smith is a dog. Like, not just, like, what he does on the game field, he does in practice. He catches, he spins the ball, he talking shit.
You getting that work.
He does that every practice. And not a lot of guys that want to go against him because of that competitive drive that he has.
Yeah.
I like that type of shit.
Yeah.
So I went at him and then, you know what I mean, we going at it. And like, I remember one day, it was like they made him like my mentor. So I'm like, shit. Like,
Hell of a mentor.
I'm under his wing. Like, the coach calls me to the defense coordinator. He's like, hey Lou, you could be a hell of a nickel cornerback in the league. He's like, that's what we think you got a real future there. I'm like, oh shit. Like, I'm about to stamp this. Shower, meet after practice, after the meeting. Some little ass dude. We call them the Grim Reaper.
that's what they call him.
So I was a little ass dude, corny motherfucker that you haven't seen since you've been there.
Yo,
and then he comes out of nowhere. He's like,
I gotta holler at you.
I gotta holler at you. Take to get
No,
me.
you don't.
Walk upstairs and like, ooh man, like I said, had some injuries at tight end. They had to shuffle the roster around. And that's what. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Congratulations on being the #1 seed in the East. Well deserved. They said it's 90s night, so they brought out a 2,000 artists. But it's all good, we're gonna make it rock. It must be there. They got me like that. Any fatter man in our situation won't. On time, check it. You and it's murder. Milwaukee. I guess not.
Dealing with that roller coaster of trying to get signed, getting close to being signed, getting sent home, just all the ups and downs, like what that's like going through, like day to day, like you feeling like, man, if doubt is creeping in your mind, if you feeling like, man, I regret this decision or that decision, or I don't know if this is for me.
Yeah.
Like, did you experience any of that?
I mean, you're only human, so like the mind is like powerful.
Right.
So yeah, mentally, I mean, a lot, and majority of all these experiences, I'm doing it like literally by myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm living out of suitcases. There's no like stability.
Yeah.
I had no time to even get acclimated,
adjusted anywhere or get settled.
Yeah. So,
because every team got a different culture, every city got a different culture and environment.
Yeah.
I mean,
so like as soon as I get used to this culture, I'm off on the road. So really that experience was, it kind of was like messing with me a little bit, but I was just like, just keep my head down, and I just like prayed a lot of nights. You know what I'm saying? Day in and day out, I'm just like, look, I'm not on this mission or journey for just for my health. Like, so obviously I'm here for a reason. You know what I mean? Like, even if with the setbacks or anything, but you know what I mean, for that matter, I'm still relevant. So I gotta be doing something right. So I just looked at that, took just a little positivity out of it,
right,
and just ran with that. So that's really how I
How was it trying to manage, like with them situations, like being in the league under those circumstances? How was it trying to manage just like your regular lifestyle? Because like you in the locker room with guys making way more than you're making, but you in the same circles, like socially and off the field and outside of the locker room. So how was it even just managing, like?
Well, for me, it was a plus. It was like guys was actually, fond of, like they gravitated towards me. At my age, the older guys, because I didn't go into no locker room or any meeting room with like this arrogance or attitude of like I got it already. Like I was a sponge, so I was willing to learn anything from anybody. I had no discrimination against wherever the information came from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I just was a sponge and just trying to learn everything. So guys respected that. So they kind of welcomed me, and that helped a lot, especially once I got to Carolina. When I got to Carolina during that year, they first, we on the field. So I got to, you go against the ones or the team or the starters.
Yeah.
So on the practice squad, you got to practice against the guys who are going to be playing.
Right.
So I'm going against Cam Newton and then all the other receivers, Ted, getting like all these guys, and I'm holding my own every day, like just making plays. They had my guy like Philly Brown, Devin Funches, KB, list goes on, but I'm able to go against these guys, and you generate respect.
Yeah.
Through that process. If anything, it makes them respect you more, because a lot of guys who in the locker room, they know what you're going against. They know what you're up against.
Yeah.
They know the circumstances.
So if you're not, because I don't know how it works. If you're not on the practice squad, so the practice squad guys, y'all going against the starters. But if you're on roster and you're not on the practice squad, you're not competing against starters in practice.
I mean, you are, but yeah, you are. But then again, like, you know, like the first team will go, the second team will go. You know what I'm saying? So you might not go against the starters per se, or however it shapes up. You know what I'm saying? It's different teams are different. Every team is different. So I'm like really, Baltimore, I was able to go against the starters. You know what I mean? Like, so I was blessed to have the opportunity to be like, they could be like, whoa, well, who's this dude? Yeah. And that's what kind of happened. In Carolina, you know, I remember I'm coming out of practice. I've been there a couple weeks. Mind you, I'm on edge every day.
Right.
I'm looking over my shoulder every day.
Feeling like what? That might be your last day?
Yeah.
So any day could be your last day. It's that simple.
So my attitude was like, I'm literally like fighting for my life. So I'm like, my attitude was literally like, hey man, I'm here, like, here another day. Like, I didn't even unpack my suitcase. So I was just like,
shit different.
I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta really, I'm like living like a dog mentality. So, you know, that was my attitude, and it helped me. It made me hungrier.
You had something to fuel you every day that you woke up in the morning.
Every day I was
like, don't get comfortable with this.
I wanted something off of somebody else's plate. Like, I already ate, so I need more. Like, y'all full. Yeah. Cause y'all straight. Yeah. So I need that up off you.
No,
so that was my mindset. So I just did that every day. Literally thinking like, this about to be my last. I remember the head coach, Ron Rivera, I was after some practice, and he's like, hey, kiddo, come here, Lou. I was like, in my head, I'm like, what does this mean?
Right.
He's like, I ain't mean to scare you, because he played in the league.
He know how it is.
And that was a blessing. Like, I started getting with coaches who actually played, being around, you know what I mean? So it's like, a lot of those people who make those decisions, they never played before.
And they don't understand.
They don't even know the level of emotions you can go through.
They only know surface level, but they don't know, they can't relate.
No, they can't relate.
At all.
Not even a little bit.
Yeah.
Not even a little bit. So he understood. When he saw my face,
he know that face. I know that face.
Like,
yeah.
He's like, just calm down. He's like, I was like, he was like, man, you know, the offensive coaches, they talk about you every day. Like, whatever. And I'm going against him. I'm like, what? He says, just keep doing what you're doing. Then I kind of, started gaining my little respect. And really, that meant more to me than anything, because it was like the guys I'm walking in the locker room with respect me on another level. Yeah. Not just, he just out here for the check.
Right.
Like, I was like, no, I'm working my ass off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even knowing whatever, because I want more.
Yeah.
And then, went through that year. My second year, went through camp. We're still with Carolina. So that was like my first full camp, everything I had to learn. So it's like, I'm making plays just out there just playing. So then you gotta learn the system. So their system was a little different. And it took me a little while to like kind of get it, but I was still able to have a little grasp on it to where I could make some plays. But then it was like, I'll be making certain mistakes, but then I come out and make a couple plays. So at that point, it's like, coaches want somebody who they can trust, who's reliable. So if they can't trust you, they can't put you out on the field. Yeah. So they like, he's a little shaky with the, like, how do you miss this call? How do you miss this check? Because the same way the offense makes audibles, defense can make audibles to certain formations. And everything has to, like, be in tune. So with a system like that, it was like everybody had to be on point. Yeah. And the standard was the standard. Like, the standard is at the level that you got to reach. Or if you don't, it's going to show. and that was like, that's what I, set out to accomplish with that. And then that year we went to the Super Bowl, and like every week they're literally like, "Are we about to activate?" I was still on practice squad. So they're like, "We're about to activate you." Like busting my ass every day. Like even my teammates just like, "Oh yeah, come on, man." Like,
there's nothing
he
more
needs to
do.
be on the
Yeah.
field.
Right.
The coach is saying this. My man Ricky Pro, he's a receiver coach. He played in the league a number of years. Won a Super Bowl, I think, with the Rams, I think. He was like, my boy needs to be on, like, and that's the receiver coach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I was just humble, but I finally got active. We go to the Super Bowl, so I'm geeked. And then like the next year I really started playing a little more. So it was like a bunch of years of just fighting, just to get on the field. Just to like be active. Like you can be on a team and be inactive the whole year.
Right.
And then it's like if you're inactive, you're not playing.
Yeah.
You're just basically like a practice squad guy.
Yeah.
Low key. Because you're getting a better check. But you're in the same gear as the practice squad guy is, for real. When you're active, so, you know what I mean? That means something.
Yeah.
It's like,
no, I get it. Yeah.
You really clock it in.
Put some respect on my name.
Yeah, it puts everything into perspective. So this is like, now I'm really here. You feel me? So that was good. And then the last 2 years I've dealt with injuries. So I went from there. I went to the Redskins, and that was a good situation because I was with a guy who I was with in Carolina, Josh Norman, and like he took me under his wing in Carolina, and that was like him. Like I was able to be with like in Carolina, I was able to be with, like him, Cortland Finnegan. Cortland Finnegan was like, dude. Growing up, I wanted to be like watching football. I wanted to be like Cortland Finnegan and Steve Smith. I got to with both of them. Have conversations, build relationship with both of these dudes, especially Cortland. Like Cortland, that's my guy. Remember when we signed him, like that Super Bowl year, I was like, look, man, on the low, like ain't no groupie shit.
Right. I respect you. Right.
Hard, bro.
Right.
Like, was real.
Yeah.
Like, real talks. He was just like, it was like, and then after that, boom. Roman Harper, Kirk Coleman, like, these are like veteran guys. They have my man Melvin, just guys who just let like Charles Tillman.
What were some of the things from that championship culture that have stuck with you since then?
I mean, it's just like I said, it's just a mentality. It's a standard. Like, I really seen how a standard can shape the whole mentality of not just one part of the team, but the whole organization.
The whole organization.
The culture. It was like, it was like a kill or be killed, like a dog mentality. Like, you gotta be you can't be no porch poodle. You gotta really get in the field. You gotta really get dirty. You can talk a good game. And some teams, they got little porch poodles. Some, you know what I mean? And then they're able to hide behind the scene. I like Carolina because it was just like, there was no scene that like it's either you're on the front line.
It's black and white. It is what it is. Ain't no hiding. Ain't no.
No, you gotta be on the front line. You can't.
And you gotta be on top of your game. You can't hide no deficiencies. You can't fake it.
Because if you do that on Sunday or Monday or Thursday night, it's gonna get exposed. You're gonna get exposed, and then your ass might be done come Tuesday.
What are some of the things that you've taken just through all the ups and downs, like you said, fighting like day after day after day, just to get active? What are some of the things that you developed within like your personality and your mental approach to life that you'll carry with you? 'Cause a lot of that will shape the hell out of you.
Oh, I mean, like I said, case in point, going through those ups and downs, like you said, and like using it in real life situations. Case in point, after my 3rd year in Carolina, I think my brother had passed away. He got murdered in Baltimore. Going through the stuff I went through, you know what I'm saying, with the league, just my whole timeline from college to the league, dealing with taking a loss, you know, having to regroup, taking another loss, having to regroup, build yourself up, take another loss. Boom. It's like a domino effect. It kept happening. So it was like, my skin just got extra tough.
Yeah.
Like forged. I'm built. Like I feel like I got like armor on me in any aspect of life. So, like I said, just dealing with that with my brother. I mean, it just made me more of a man. And then dealing with that, it was like I'm a grown ass man now. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you could say like you know, we get an age like we grown ass men, but it's like whatever you went through,
whatever you persevered through, what type of adversity have you overcome.
Yeah, you gotta go. Yeah, like you gotta go through certain things to solidify your manhood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's going. That's when you really tap into your inner. You know what I'm saying? Your inner strength.
I was curious and wanted to ask you, how did, like, as you going through the challenges and through the adversity, you also welcome fatherhood.
Yeah.
How did that affect your grind, if at all, or your experiences in the league, trying to make it happen?
Well, put more things into perspective. You know what I'm saying? You're dealing with I'm just gave life pretty much. So it's like it's not just me anymore. It's not just me I'm fighting, you know, grinding for. But now I
got a whole life depending on you.
Yeah. So how can I use those lessons and compartmentalize them, you know what I mean, and generate this type of energy, positive energy, into fatherhood and being an example for, you know, my daughter. And I mean, that shit is like, it's crazy because even through all those trials and tribulations, like all that stuff goes out the window when I get her. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even
kind of bring you back home.
Like it's like I'm back. Like it's not like I'm like it's just a split personality. Nothing. It's like she puts everything into perspective.
Yeah.
So it's like that stuff really. It
don't matter. Yeah, it don't matter in comparison to that joy.
Yeah. So it's like that stuff now is more easy to deal with than it ever has been because I get nervous just walking through the airport, just me and her. I'm walking through the airport, like, no help, no nothing. Like, I got her on this side, big ass bags on this side. You feel me? Another backpack. Like, man, I'm going to war.
Yeah.
Ready.
Yeah.
She my weapon. You know what I'm saying? And I might not know what she gonna shoot out. You know, number 2 or number 1.
Right.
So it's like, in the middle of the airport, she done went on herself.
Yeah.
I gotta, you know, get my mind right. Sudden change.
Right.
That's the type of things that happen on the football field.
Yeah.
Like
you gotta be able to adjust.
I'm on defense.
Read and react. Gotta be right.
I'm on defense. The offense done threw an interception. They threw an interception, so defense gotta come back on the field. Sudden change. How you gonna react? I'm like, shit. We got about 10 minutes to the airport to takeoff.
Right.
Let's get right.
Right.
5 minutes left. Now we at the gate. 5 minutes. She's like, oh, Daddy, I'm hungry.
You know, I know how it goes.
You know, my experiences in the league, college, even now, because I'm still going with everything. I mean, it's like, it's built this, like I said, this armor that can't be fucked with. So it's like, nothing's going to shake it. Nothing's going to make me go any other way. I'm like right here. I'm even keeled.
When did you start to really consider applying your energy and your focus into comedy at all beyond just kicking it like with your boys in the locker room, or just because ever since I knew you, you always been class clown, jokester, have a good time, make light of a situation. Lou, you always been like that. But when did you consider like, all right, I actually can do something with this? Maybe this is a gift that I have.
And I think I like 8 or 9 I was like impersonating like Bill Clinton. I used to watch Saturday Night Live when I was little, and like, you know what I'm saying, stay up late and watch this. Like sneak around and watch it.
Yeah.
So I was supposed to be asleep, and like it was I don't know. I was young, but it was around that time with the Monica Lewinsky thing, the scandal.
Yeah.
They was on his ass.
Yeah,
so
no question.
Saturday Night Live, impersonate him. I just liked it. Like, so I would like do that a little bit, and then impersonate coaches or whatever. And even, you know what I'm saying, it was just always something I did. High school, middle school, college. Yeah. And I used to kill the coaches in college. Kill them. Like, literally, I had like little days where I just murder their ass right on set. Like, stuff they would do, impersonate them, have people laughing. Just, I always like to have a good time. Good time, good energy.
Name something your husband might poke you with in bed.
Penis.
My God. What y'all clapping for? Get this clear. She said it, y'all agreed. And if it's up there, everybody going to hell. Woodpecker!
Even in the league, literally I impersonate every coach. So
yeah,
like,
I can see that.
Like some days at the meetings, I just go on, like seriously, we just have a good ass time. I impersonate how certain dudes play. I mean, it's like seriously, but I just have fun with it because I'm whatever.
But that also help you stay sane too. Like with everything you're dealing with on the day to day and on week to week, you gotta have some laughs and you gotta have some lighthearted moments. Everybody, you know, laughing, having a good time. I mean, you got to, because otherwise you'd be too serious, too stressed all the time.
Go crazy,
right?
Like trying to deal with all that emotion and pressure. This past Jan, I was just like, I'm gonna just try do a couple little. I'm gonna just do one, and I did it, and I was like. I checked back. It was like 100 comments. I was like,
so you ain't expect that. You didn't expect that at all.
I was like, it's like 100. I was like 100 comments, and then it's like yeah, like girl I work with, and then like my other homeboys, it was like yeah, like 100. So I was like, nah. So she know how to do all this, and then she was like. Nah, you gotta like kind of respond to some of the people who comment. Like, I respond to all of them. She's like, yeah. And then after that, I was like, shit, let's do another one. Then he got game one. Me just like acting like Jake Shuttlesworth. Yeah. And really, I'm a movie head. Like that's another thing. So it's like I love movies. Love like quoting movies, impersonating movies.
You want some breakfast?
see like videos on like IG, and everybody's like, dude, don't you just, like put some of that shit on IG?
You know what my favorite one is? The joint in response to the AAF.
Oh,
bruh. And I commend you because, again, what people don't understand is that, like, as fans in our perspective, but for the athletes, like, for the pros, like, that's your livelihood. Like, this is your real life. Like, you getting cut or you getting assigned to a practice team for a certain amount of time, or you having to up and pack your bags and get on the flight to go somewhere. Like, this is your life that is getting affected. Like, when people look at trades and signing elsewhere and demanding trades, and all, like, this is your life.
Yeah.
So when I saw what happened with the AAF, and then I saw you make a joke about it and address like the reality, like, man, what you expect us to do now? Like, that's what, it was funny as shit to me, because it's true life. Like, how did you even, like, walk me through that? Walk me through even dealing with the news period of adjusting to being in the AAF, and then in no time it's done with.
AAF was it was supposed to be this league under the NFL, partnering with
and it was
NFL.
all good. Yeah, it was all good review, all good feedback, all good everything. Like, it was promising. Yeah,
games on NFL Network.
Yeah, it was all promising.
CBS, all this stuff. Anyway, long story short, so I'm there. So I'm really doing that to show teams like I'm healthy. It's like, to get my film back. So it helped me. So now the teams now are like talking more, whatever. But the season didn't finish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there's 2 more games left.
Yeah.
2 more checks left.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's whatever. But I was just like, everybody was just like tripping. And really, the whole time, I've been through so much.
You done been through it. Yeah. You're not about to.
I was
not about to cry and sweat it too hard.
I literally,
all right, here we go again.
I literally was just like shit. I mean, hey, it is what it is. If they ended, they ended. You know what I'm saying? It's not the end of the world. Like, and there was rumors about it weeks prior. So I was just like, all right, we're still here today. All right, still here today. Another day, another week go by. All right, cool. And then obviously, when, you know, D-Day, when the final, the judge
right
put the hammer, put the nail on it. I was like, damn. So I'm like dudes, it's like you getting like mixed vibes,
mixed emotions, mixed responses
from people. You know what I'm saying? Like, certain guys is like, some guys didn't even know how to respond or react. Like, other guys is like, you can tell it's like kind of messing with them mentally a little bit. They kind of now certain coaches is just like, you know,
that's their lives too.
That's their lives too.
Yeah, that's how they feed their fam.
And I don't know, then we had to clean our locker room out. So with the AAF, like, they had it to where we're using like these nice like high school facilities as like our practice facilities. They had lockers, so we had our lockers there and everything. Like, they had state of the art stuff out here. Other teams in different cities had the same thing. So being at the high school, I was like, damn, bro, I feel like Booby. I feel like Booby Miles. Like, shit, like. So I'm like, I kept like dudes like laughing. So I'm like, we get in the locker room, and literally like, we in the locker room, people are literally like, they got their trash bag. And that scene, like Friday Night Lights, when Booby is like trying to, I don't even know what he's doing. He's just he comes to reality that his season is over because he had an injury, and I was just like.
So, now what we gonna do? Huh? What we gonna do? Huh? I can't do that. I'm gonna play football. Huh? I mean, we practice. We practice. What am I supposed to do? Huh? I can't do that. I'm gonna play football. Huh? What We supposed to go to the pros, huh? We practice. We practice.
Bro, because really that scene is one, like, I cry a lot during that scene.
For real.
Like, I don't care where, like, it's a sad scene.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, I was just like sitting there and everybody taking their shit out. And
I
like,
keep laughing. I'm just picturing like.
I'm literally sitting in my locker. Everybody else is like, so I'm just like, what are we supposed to do? And then I just went into it. I was like, we practice. And then everybody started laughing. So I was like, I'm about to do that.
Right.
And then my boy CG, Corey, he was like, bro, you got to do that like today. So I just did it. I went to the crib, put my phone up, and then put my little Atlanta Legends AAF gear back on. And I just went to booby mode.
Right.
So then like the response from that, I was like, what? But then like all the dudes.
You can't tell me you don't expect the reaction and the funnies.
Nah, bro. When I do it, literally, I'm like, man, I wonder how they gonna react to this. Like literally, I just be like, I be nervous and shit. I'm like, all right, because really, it takes a little courage. Like,
no question, you putting yourself out there. No question.
Putting yourself out there. You might get some mixed review.
Yeah.
Somebody might feel offended or not offended, or you know. So that's comedy. That's what I'm learning. Like, but I don't really want to like consider myself like a comedian or whatever. Like, it's like I just like to entertain. I want to impact culture. You know, I want to impact lives. I want to impact emotions. You know what I'm saying? Not just what I do on the field, off the field, comedian, whatever. I want to like. I also have like 2 nonprofit organizations. So it's like I try to generate.
It's way deeper than just comedy and just stand up or just laughs.
Nah, it's like I want to tie everything into it.
What do you do with your nonprofits?
Well, we got one. It's Hope Finders, and Hope Finders Incorporated. So it's like dealing with at-risk youth, lower income homes, single family homes in the city, most in DC, Baltimore area. And basically just, tapping into that, like trying to give them more opportunities. So we partner with like DC Housing. I've been doing this since I was like 17.
Okay.
So my dad started it when I was young, but he never really, he did it really for me and my brother. And because he always wanted to help out kids. So like a lot of, even growing up, a lot of guys that I grew up with, they be like, like your dad was like closest thing I had to a father, or just him spending. A lot of guys commend me on sharing my father with them.
Right. Wow, that's deep.
You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you might get a little jealous or not. You know what I mean? Because that's your pops or whatever. But really, it's like I look at it as like we family. You know what I mean? Like I have more brothers now. So I took that as like a mental note growing up. I just love the way he, like, aside from all his business and everything, he was just like, I'm gonna pour it into my kids and everything that comes with them, they friends. So it's like it's the whole neighborhood. We used to literally like travel all over DC, PG, everywhere, picking up people, everything. But it was a fellowship. So I just took that and now like doing like events with them, come and speak at camps. We got this actually Father's Day weekend. So the 14th from the weekend to that next week, we got something in Baltimore with DC Housing in Coppin State. So we're going like putting on like a jamboree. Also with they got a gospel convention out there. So a lot of my dad's clientele, like pastors and people doing stuff with the youth and in the communities, and also we put it under one umbrella. But after my brother passed, we got a Cody Young Foundation now. So that's against nonviolence, stopping the gun violence. Just trying to impact at least one life, you know, every day. So it's like, I mean, a lot of community work. Even with this that week, Father's Day for that event, we're gonna be, you know, feeding the homeless, just seminars, you know, different speeches and everything for kids to, or even and their parents to relate to. A lot of inner city it's not just the parents you gotta help. Also, I mean, not just the kids you gotta help, also the parents.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of them not, you know what I mean? They're not getting the right information. You know what I'm saying? So they don't really know what's going on. They just trying to get $1. A lot of the kids, they come home to empty homes. Yeah. Their parents is working here, working there, just to keep the lights on. Right. They don't really have nowhere to go. So we're partnering with DC Housing to get more facilities for these kids to go after school. Basically, I wanted to get to a point where it's like, with Hope Funds and now the platform I have, I want, you know what I mean, I want to continue. I wanted to, like, not just go from DC to Maryland. I wanted to come to Atlanta, different, you know what I mean? Because, especially, you know, go to Atlanta, because it's like places that I've had an impact, and that also had an impact on my life.
And you end up leaving giving back to what you've received, but leaving a legacy bigger than and beyond football. Yeah.
So, you know, also going into Charlotte too, because I spent a lot of good times there, and then my daughter's there. So, you know what I mean? It's like, really, it's about leaving a legacy. Yeah. Not just like for now. Like, it's not just about, you know, for me, it's not just about making ends meet or make some money in my pocket.
You have plans and a vision for how you want to bring everything full circle. Yeah. From your experiences with football to your comedy and your love there, but also to your desire to leave an impact in your communities. What advice would you give, like, a young college or high school guy that's in the same position that loves football and has NFL aspirations, or even to a rookie in the NFL?
Really, I mean, don't put yourself in a box. Don't be like, don't automatically just write yourself off with, oh, this is who I am. Like, because you really don't know. Like, after who I was as a rookie is not, is not the man I am today. And that's because of the experiences. So I would say, allow yourself to learn, allow yourself to grow. You know what I mean? Always protect yourself. At the end of the day, we're a man first. You're a man first, so you gotta protect yourself and protect, who you are and what you represent. And doing that, you carry yourself with class. You know what I'm saying? You never know who you talk to at that restaurant might know a CEO at a Fortune 500 company. You don't even know. It's just how you represent yourself. So represent yourself and conduct yourself with class. Be a sponge, learn, continue to allow yourself to grow. And don't block your blessings, because then you stunt your growth. So I would just say, don't stunt your growth with being immature. You know what I'm saying? Allow yourself to grow, and eventually you'll become what, that man is going to develop. Right. That mature individual, you don't know how you're going to impact. You know what I'm saying? As a rookie or a senior in college, or even coming out of high school, going into college. You know what I mean? So, allow yourself the opportunity to just grow.
So what can we expect to see from you in the next 5 or so years, 5 to 10, particularly with comedy? Because I have an interest in seeing where guys develop once we move on from the game. Yeah. So I would want to know what do you envision?
I mean, for me, with comedy, entertainment, the whole thing, I envision myself taking it to the highest level imagined. You know what I mean? I'm not putting a cap or a limit on it. So, like I said, I just really started allowing people
to see that side of you. Yeah.
Since January. We in 2019. We just I'm just getting started, really. So I'm like, if people are
Already
like, if they think this is
drawn.
something,
Yeah.
they have no idea what I like mentally have in store. What is, you know what I mean? And it's not. I'm not gonna really tell you what's gonna happen. I'm gonna just say, just stay tuned, because it's endless.
And it's not a career that can happen overnight. There's a lot of adversity that people encounter in entertainment as well. But knowing your background and knowing your story, I mean, that's it. You know what I mean? It's a breeze. It's nothing that'll deter you or that'll shatter your vision and what your goals are with it.
Right. I mean, you hit it right there. Like, what I've already dealt with, like, that is giving me the blueprint to go through this journey. So, you have any concerns about, oh, what if this happened? What if? I don't even live on what if.
Right.
I don't live on what if no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm about to do this. I'm about to, like, just wait. You know what I mean? So that's what I was saying. I'm excited for everything that's in store with that comedy, entertainment side. You know, like,
I wanna say I'm proud of you, because you have been able to live out what essentially all of us grow up dreaming and aspiring to do. You know, being on the field with future Hall of Famers and guys that you once idolized, or maybe even still do to this point. So I want to say, man, I'm proud of you. I mean, it's been a joy watching you grow from us just being young boys. Focused just on basketball and going to Gonzaga blackouts and having fun and everything, to now being, grown men.
Fathers.
Yeah, so I mean you've far surpassed, what is imaginable for most people, even having your experiences in the NFL. And of course, like you said, and like we talked about, I mean, being fathers. And then having the courage to show the world the slew side of you, and have fun with it, and then see them embrace that as well. So I won't be surprised at all where you take it and what you do with it and what's to come. So I appreciate you taking this interview, my guy. And if there's anything that you wanna leave with our audience, feel free.
Just hey man, YouTube is on the way.
No question.
It's on the way. I would just say, like I said, man, just remain focused, remain humble. Allow yourself to learn and grow. Take it one day at a time. One day at a time. It's not going to be done overnight. If you think you're perfect, you're a damn fool. Because nobody's perfect. We're all still growing. So just be a sponge, be humble, and stay motivated.
I am surprised that you agreed to do it. Why are you sitting down with us today?
They're trying to crucify me as they did Jesus.
What are the lies that you're hearing that disturb you most?
Girls tied up, shackles on their arms, and only letting them out unless they needed to go get their social studies book from their auntie, literature book from their uncle. That's not logical, guys. Think! Which camera am I on? Is this the camera that's on me? Use your common sense.
Why would these women say the same thing about you? That you are controlling, that you are abusive, that you tell women when to eat?
They got me! I did not do, y'all trying to kill me! God damn it! I did not do this. Not this time, I didn't!